Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. I'm so glad you're here today.
Hi, everyone. And today, oh man, we have the statistic to back this up. We're talking about mistakes that literally 99% of English learners make.
And I know that sounds dramatic, but once you hear these two mistakes, you're going to realize just how common they are.
We're not talking about advanced grammar here. We're talking about basic, everyday words that almost everyone uses incorrectly.
So if you've been making these mistakes, don't feel bad. You're part of the massive majority. But by the end of this episode, you'll be part of the 1% who say it correctly.
Let's dive in. The first mistake is so common that native speakers have basically stopped correcting it. But internally, we notice it every single time.
The word is actually.
Okay, so almost every English learner uses actually constantly, and they use it wrong.
What do you mean wrong? The word exists, right? You can use it.
Yes, the word exists, but most learners use it way too much and in the wrong places.
Show us an example of the mistake.
So a learner might say, I actually like this movie, or I'm actually very busy right now, or actually, I think that's wrong.
Okay, but isn't that correct?
Technically, yes, it's grammatically correct, but native speakers almost never say it like that. We use actually very rarely and usually only in specific situations.
So what's the rule?
Actually should only be used when you're correcting something or clarifying a misconception. That's it. That's the only time we use it.
Give us an example.
If someone says, I think you're American and you're British, you might say, actually, I'm British. You're correcting them.
Or if someone says, that's expensive, and you want to clarify, you might say, actually, it's pretty affordable.
So it's a contradiction word?
Exactly. It means contrary to what you might think, or I need to correct that. But learners use it just as a filler word, like or
They'll say, I'm actually very tired, but nobody said you weren't tired. There's nothing to correct.
Exactly. And when learners do this, native speakers notice immediately. We think they're using that word way too much.
So what should they say instead?
Just don't use actually. Say, I'm very tired. That's it. Simple, clear, native.
Or if you really want to emphasize something, you might say, I'm really tired, or I'm genuinely tired, but not I'm actually tired.
And this is a mistake 99% of learners make?
Absolutely. Almost every non-native English speaker overuses actually. It's one of the most common mistakes we hear.
So the rule is simple. Only use actually when correcting or clarifying something. Otherwise, don't use it.
Moving on to the second mistake. This one is hilarious because it's so common.
The word is fun.
Oh no. Okay, so what's the problem with fun?
Native speakers have this rule about fun that learners constantly violate, and it makes us want to correct them every time.
What's the rule?
Fun is not a countable noun. You cannot have a fun or funs. It doesn't work that way.
So learners say things like, I had funs yesterday, or we had many funs at the party.
And that sounds so wrong to native speakers.
What's the correct way?
I had fun yesterday, or we had a lot of fun at the party, or we had such fun.
So never a fun, never funs, never many funs.
So it's like happiness or joy? You can't pluralize it?
Exactly. Fun is uncountable, like water or music or happiness. You don't say, I drank 3 waters. You say, I drank water or I drank 3 glasses of water.
With fun, you can say, I had a lot of fun, or we had such fun, but never, we had 3 funs.
And this is where learners constantly mess up?
All the time, every single day, I hear learners say, we had funs, or that's a lot of funs. And every time, it's like, no, that's not how English works.
And it's such a basic word. Everyone learns it early on.
Yes, it's taught in beginner classes, but still, 99% of learners get it wrong.
Why do you think that is?
Probably because in their native language, fun might be countable, or they just haven't internalized the rule deeply enough.
But here's the thing. Once you know it's uncountable, you can never unknow it. You'll notice it forever.
So the rule is simple. fun is uncountable, like joy, happiness, music, information, luggage. You can't pluralize it. You can't use a with it. You just say, I had fun.
So these are the two mistakes: overusing actually and treating fun as a countable noun.
And 99% of learners do at least one of these constantly.
Probably both, honestly. Most learners overuse actually and say funs.
So if you've been doing this, you're part of the massive majority, which is why this is so relatable.
Exactly, this is relatability. Almost everyone watching this video has made these mistakes, probably still makes them.
But now you know the rules, so you can fix them.
Yes, it's simple. Don't use actually unless you're correcting something, and fun is uncountable. You can't have a fun or funs.
And once you fix these two things, your English will sound noticeably better.
Because these are such common mistakes that native speakers hear them constantly from non-native speakers.
So fixing them immediately sets you apart.
Right. You'll sound like you actually understand English grammar, not just English words.
So this week, I want you to do something. Track how many times you use actually. Just notice.
Yes, and notice if you ever catch yourself saying something like, I had funs, or that was a fun experience. Wait, actually, is that wrong?
No, that was a fun experience is correct. Fun can be an adjective. That movie was fun. This party is fun. But as a noun, it's uncountable.
So you can say, that was a fun time, or I had fun.
But not, I had a fun or I had fun.
Exactly. The distinction is adjective, yes, you can use it normally. Noun is uncountable.
So this week, track your actually usage and notice if you're using fun correctly.
And next week, start fixing these mistakes.
It's easier than you think. Once you're aware of the rules, they become automatic.
And native speakers will definitely notice a difference.
So thank you for listening to this episode. We really hope it helps you become part of the 1%.
If this was helpful, please like and subscribe, because there are so many more mistakes we could cover.
And this episode was specifically about the ones that literally 99% of learners make.
So chances are you were making at least one of these.
But now you're aware, and awareness is the first step to change.
Thank you so much for learning with us. We'll see you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. Have a wonderful day.